Hi guys, welcome to Bookmas. I'm not sure what day Bookmas this is because I'm kind of filming out of order, but happy Bookmas. It's so exciting. I cannot believe it's December already. Today I'm going to be talking about my November reads. Okay, so my first read of November was an arc for Holiday Ever After. It was so good. I read this on my Kindle. I gave this 4.5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I love Hannah Grace's books, and this was no exception. This is a great holiday romance book. The characters are lovable. Her writing is good. It's just a fun time. I absolutely ate this up. Like, totally recommend it. I did read it at the very beginning of November when I was at the beach, so that was kind of an interesting reading experience, reading a holiday Christmas book talking about snow and Christmas is coming, and I literally read it at the beach, but that's okay. I still absolutely loved it. It didn't take away from my reading experience, so definitely recommend this. Give it 4.5 stars. Great book. It's now on KU, and obviously you can get the paperback and everything, but it is on Kindle Unlimited for anybody that's on there. The next book I read in November was Spectacular. I did not go through and reread the Caraval trilogy. I read that a couple of years ago and I just didn't want to do a reread. I do like that series. I don't love it enough to reread the entire trilogy, and I remembered everything. So I wanted to read Spectacular. I wanted to get into Christmas books. And again, I was at the beach still when I read this, so the vibes were kind of off, but it was still good. It was a really good book. It's a beautiful copy. I mean, this is absolutely gorgeous. I love the sprayed edges. There's artwork inside. They did a wonderful, wonderful job with this book. It is absolutely beautiful. I enjoyed it. It's just a little novella. It's short. It's Christmassy. It's all about trying to find the perfect Christmas gift. So it's really cute. I would recommend reading this probably in December. Again, I read it like November 2nd or November 3rd, and in Florida where I was, it was still hot outside, not even like warm. It was still hot. So if you want a good holiday little novella, I mean, I read it all like in one day. It's super quick, super easy to read. I would recommend this. I think it's cute. I gave this, I think, yeah, 3.5 stars. It was a solid holiday novella. The next book that I read in November was another Christmas book, Brewing Up Christmas. This was an arc I got sent by the author, and it was cute. It was a cute little novella. It was short, a quick, easy read. When I go to the beach, I just want quick books. Like, I want to read 5 books in 6 days. You know, I want quick, easy reads. This was perfect. I read this super quick. I think it is now on Kindle Unlimited, but it was so good. I gave it 3 stars, which is not bad. For me, 3 stars is just middle of the road. I did like it. I thought it was fun. I was at the beach, so not the most immersive experience. Again, a lot of these could have been read in December, but I have a lot of Christmas books that I want to get to in December. I recommend it. It's cute. It's easy to get through. It's fun, lovable characters. It was a good little book. Okay, then after reading 3 holiday romance books, I just needed something different. So I picked up The Wolf King. I had been seeing this everywhere. I was so intrigued. I want to read this so bad, and it's such a good jump from a little romance hole that I was in to go into this fantasy. It was so good. I read it on Kindle Unlimited. I love the wolves. I love the characters. I love that it was like she's a princess and then she goes into the wolf clan area and learns all about that, and we got to like learn that with her. That is so fun to me. I absolutely love fantasy books and fantasy romance books. That's, I would say, probably my top genre at this point. I love fantasy romance, but this one did it right, and it didn't rush the storylines. It's going to be, ooh, I think it's going to be a trilogy. There's 2 out right now. The next one comes out summer 2026, which is so sad. I knew that going in, so I did that to myself. I can only blame myself. But I really enjoyed this book. This was so good. And then I immediately wanted to go into the next one. I did take like a week off and read a couple other books I was meaning to get to, and then I went into the next one, but I'll talk about that in a second. Absolutely amazing love triangle, wolves. It's beautiful. It's such a good book. 100% recommend this series. If you like fantasy romance, absolutely recommend this one. I gave it 4 stars. Very good. After The Wolf King, I did get back into romance. Not a holiday romance. This is a rock star romance. I got the ARC and the ALC, Advanced Listener Copy? Yeah, the audio version. I did kind of a combination reading. I did read on my Kindle, and then I would pick up the audiobook when I was driving or doing errands or something like that. Very good book. Really like this one. I gave this one a 4 stars. This was so well done. Such a fun rock star romance. I eat those up, and for me, it's hard to find one done right. Some of them are just cheesy, or they kind of feel like imitations. They feel like they follow the same storylines of the ones that are really popular out there. I really did like this one. The audiobook was so good. Who she chose as the narrators were wonderful. It was duet narration. They sounded so good. It was amazing. This is on Kindle Unlimited now, but I would honestly recommend the audiobook. If you love listening to audiobooks, it was so good. So after the getting back into romance, I was like, okay, I need fantasy, and I kind of wanted a YA fantasy. I wanted something a little, I guess you could say, easier to comprehend and easier to understand and like get right into the world. And I have been hearing about this book for years, for absolute years. I've read her other books that are not part of this series. There's one about set in New York. Again, I'm so bad at names. If it's not in front of me, which is why I have to have a notebook right here, I will not remember. But there's some book that she wrote about being in New York, and it was so good. It was just a romance book. It was so good. But anyways, that is Lightlark. Finally got into this book. I have been hearing about this for years. It was like a TikTok sensation, took the world by storm, so good. Now I think there's 3 out, and then there's a 4th one that's coming out, and then she has the Grim Oro book, the 2 little novellas in their point of view. So it's a big series. Most people have heard it. Most people have read it. I am finally most people at this point. I think I gave it a 3 star. It was good. For me, the first book in especially like fantasy series, when we're world building and we're introducing all of the characters and there's so many names to remember and there's so much going on, it's usually a little harder for me to like give that book a high rating because I was just lost the whole book. So in this case, I was a little confused. We had a lot of characters coming at us. We had a lot going on. There's a whole entire world we're building. But it was really good. It was a good first book into a series. I would definitely say it's a YA fantasy series. But I am going to be picking up the second book, I think probably December. I could be wrong. I might put it off to 2026 because December is going to be so crazy with all the books I really want to get to. But this was a good YA fantasy. You know, she has powers, she doesn't have powers, we don't really know what's going on. There's an island that pops up once every, I think it's 100 years, and they all the like leaders have to go to this island, and there's challenges and things they go through, and it's good. It's interesting, but again, I was so confused about who was who. But where it left off, I am definitely curious to continue the series and get back into it. So this was Lightlark. I can officially say I have read this book. I'm so happy to just be able to say that. I love Alex Aster. I think her books are really good. Her writing is so good. Again, the one in New York, I cannot remember it. It's a pink cover. Summer in the City. I think it's called Summer in the City. That was so good. If I'm not mistaken, that was an adult romance. I don't think that was a YA, but it was so good. I really enjoyed that. So I got that one first and then was like, okay, I like her writing. I really just need to get into it. So Lightlark, very good book. Okay, then after Lightlark, I was like, okay, I'm ready to continue the Wolf King series. I'm not sure what that series is called, but I was ready to get into the Night Prince, and this was even better. This was a 4.5 read for me. It was almost perfect. I read it on my Kindle, on Kindle Unlimited. I really, really, really like this book. It just continued the series. It went in a direction I was not expecting it to go in. It is like a love triangle. I happen to love triangles. That's one of my, that might actually be my favorite trope, like my #1 trope. Again, Twilight girl, it wasn't a true love triangle to me because there was a clear winner the whole time, but I love that. I love that like nostalgia love triangle. I think that's so good. I eat that up. Very good love triangle to me. There is one clear winner for me. So I'm very curious if you've read this book or this series, please comment and just tell me who you're cheering for, because the fact that there are teams and sides, it blows my mind that everybody's not on the side that I am on. I just don't understand that. But I think the third book is going to be a 5-star read. I think it's going to be like my new favorite book of the year, of the month. I'm not sure. It depends on where we go with it. But the character that I love the most, which I'm not going to say because it would be a spoiler, I think they're going to get their moment to shine in book 3. So I am so excited. Summer 2026 cannot get here soon enough. I will be in the pool reading that book and I cannot wait. Okay, then I finally got to read a physical book. I have become such a Kindle girl at this point, especially with my Colorsoft. To see the colors and highlight, I love that. But I did my reread of Quicksilver because Brimstone was coming out and I just had to do my reread. I love this edition. I just absolutely love like the simplicity, and it's such a big, again, big floppy paperbacks. We love it. It was a 5-star again. I already knew it was going to be. It was so good. I did read the physical book and I also did the audiobook a little bit, and the character for Kingfisher is perfect. I hadn't listened to the audiobook yet and I was blown away. He was so good. He did such a great job. She did a great job too. It's duet narration. They did fabulous, but it was so good being back in this world. And what's funny is when I read it the first time, which was last year, I absolutely loved it. It was such a good read, but I didn't have the respect for Carrion that I did in this book when I like reread it. I love him. At first he was just annoying and he was just like the sidekick and he was always there and he always had something to say, and I just did not like that. But when I did the reread, I love him. And Onyx, I want a pet fox. I have many golden doodles and they're so cute and I love them so much, but I would love a pet fox. I just think that would be so cute. They probably would not get along, so I don't need to do that, but absolutely loved my reread. Oh my goodness. I can see rereading this like every couple of years and just getting back into this world because it's perfect to me. Love it. Okay, and then I continued my little fantasy era, I guess, and I went into Fearful. This is the, as far as I know, last book in the Powerless series. It's just a little novella, super short, super easy read. It's actually in Kit's point of view, so it follows Kit and Mara, who is Death, and so it goes back and forth between their point of views. I didn't love it. I don't think I would recommend either of the novellas. I love the trilogy. The trilogy is a 5-star read for me. Absolutely loved the 3 books. It's Powerless, Reckless, and Fearless. Powerful and Fearful, the 2 novellas, I wouldn't recommend them. They're kind of pointless in my mind. It was good to get back in the world, but it just didn't really do anything for me. So I myself would just skip those if you haven't read the series. It's pretty. It's a beautiful edition. I love it. It matches the other editions. It's so pretty on my shelf. I'm definitely going to keep it, but I don't think I would ever reread the novellas. I would definitely reread the trilogy again, though. So good. I would 100% recommend doing that, but just skip the novellas. That's my advice. Okay, last 2 books of the month. I did get this from Brady, and I love Brady's writing, so I was super excited to get into this. And it was a cute little holiday novella. Her writing is so good. Her characters are amazing. I absolutely love her books, but it is hard to, in such a short book, for me, it's hard to build up the characters enough for me to like really care about what's going on and what they're going through. I couldn't really root for them. There just wasn't enough. The vibes were great. It all takes place on Christmas Eve, I believe. It's following our 2 main characters, and she is stuck home for Christmas. Her parents are off on an anniversary trip, and so they're not going to do Christmas together. Her roommates have left to go do Christmas with their families. And the male main character has been stranded in his home city. So he can't fly out and go see his family because there's snowstorms and it's just delaying all of the flights. So they spend a night together, and it's literally just the one night, and they kind of talk about Christmas and Hanukkah, and it's really cute. It's just, again, just so short to me. It was just too short. I would love to see this in a full-length novel. I think in a full-length novel, this would be like a 4.5 star read, honestly. For me, I gave it 2 stars. I hate that because I love Brady's writing so much, and I love all of her books, but it was just too rushed, and the vibes were there, the snow, and it was cold, and there was a fireplace, but it was just too rushed for me. So I don't really recommend it. Unfortunately, I think if it was a full-length novel, it'd be better, but she does have some really good full-length novels that are amazing. Anything by her, so good. Okay, the last book of the month. Oh, Brimstone. First off, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I do have the hardback edition with the silver sprayed edges for Quicksilver. I showed you the paperback. I just love the paperback, but I do have the matching edition, and I'm so excited to put them together on the shelf. I just finished this right before filming, so it's so like fresh and new. For rating, it's not a 5-star, unfortunately, for me. It was a little slow going. I mean, I love the characters. I love being back in the world. I love when my 2 main characters are like pining for each other, and I love the back and forth and the banter, and they're like almost still in the enemies phase. And then when they become the like lovers phase and they're not enemies anymore, it almost is hard for me to read. I like the banter, I like the back and forth, but it's good. I mean, the same thing happened to me with Fourth Wing. A lot of fantasy romances, once they actually get together, it's kind of like, okay. But it's still a very good book. Very curious to see where we go from here. I mean, cannot wait for the next one. It was a really good book. A lot happened. I said it was slow going, but a lot happened. I mean, we are like fighting for our lives over here. It was so much. It was so heavy, but it was good being back with all the characters. It's just, it felt a little too long for me. There's a lot happening, and it's like super quick pace, and then it'll hit a lull where it'll just be really slowed down, and it's like there's not much happening, and you almost get used to that quick pace that when it slows down, you're kind of like, okay, this is a little boring, you know? That might just be me. It might be nice to take breaks with all of the things that they're going through. It might be nice to hit a little lull. But I was just like, yes, okay, where are we going? This is crazy. All the things are happening, and it's like, oh, okay, now she's like back in the forge, and you know, okay, yep, we're reading a book and we're learning. And there were some really good reveals. I love everything to do with his mom. I think that is so cool, the reveals that they had. That storyline, I would love to see a novella come out in this series just following Fisher's mom. I think, oh my goodness, I would love to be in her point of view and learn more about what she went through. I mean, that is just such a cool, I'm trying not to give spoilers, but that's such a cool power to have. I would love to see more of that. But this is a chunker. This took me a while to get through, but it was such a good ending to November reads. Very happy with it. I read some really good stuff in November. I mean, I got through some really good reads. The holiday novellas, fantasy. Unfortunately, I did not read any mystery thrillers, which I really wanted to do. There was a couple of Frida McFadden books that had come out recently that I wanted to get to, but there is time. But I fear December is probably just going to be a lot of romances. I'm going to have to throw a couple of fantasy in there to shake it up, but I think it's going to be more romance books. So we will see. I'm going to sit down today and think about it, and then that video will probably be coming up right after this video. So we will be back with that. But happy Bookmas! Yay! I'm so excited. This is my first Bookmas. I'm loving it so far. I love just being able to film all the content, share all the books, and just talk books. So let me know what your favorite book in November was. Mine was Quicksilver. Even though that's a reread, that was my favorite book. I don't know if you can even count that as your favorite book if it was a reread, but I absolutely loved it. And then Brimstone is close behind. I mean, you just can't not love that series. So let me know your favorite book in November, and I'm looking forward to my December reads. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.